What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? It is the 16th day of June. Here we are at about 20.6 cents. 6 hours, 46 minutes left in the day. Cookies being a little bit squirrely on the day so far. We've had a nice move up and a little bit of a pullback since then, but you're up 7.4% today. That's nice to see. Definitely looking like we found the low here. I think that's becoming more and more obvious as the days go. We'll see. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, and then we'll move out from there. I do want to look at the MACD real quick. Looking at this, yeah, we'll come back to this. Okay, let's look at the 1 hour time frame. All right, let me just get this going here. Put that in automatic, and we'll have this not in automatic. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's looking like we've broken out of this range. We've broken out. We're now back testing the prior areas of resistance for support. I think we're finding support here, right? Looking at the RSI, things look rather productive. Higher lows, higher highs, the whole shebang. It's looking like we are finding a higher low here as well, so I would think we get another drive into that overbought zone. Maybe you get some bearish divergence. Maybe you get a deeper drive. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but definitely another drive into the overbought zone. That would suggest, at the very least, that we see more price action, more growth here coming up pretty soon. Stochastics are at an area that you bounced before. Typically with stochastics, you look for them to go range from the overbought to oversold, so that's kind of more consistent with the idea of going down. And the MACD is also freshly crossing to the downside here. You've got a bearish bit of momentum building here. You did just cross above the zero line, though, so sometimes that happens, right? You get these, like, you cross above the zero, you get a little bit of bearish momentum, and then you get your real drive of bullish momentum. So I think that this is going to be short-lived. If anything, I actually think this is just agreeing with the idea that this is a breather. You're finding support here. It's kind of like a bull flag, and I would think that you do continue higher. So really, the stochastics is the only thing that has me wondering, but the fact that you found support here before, and even here before, it tells me that we have a chance to move up. And right, just being here with the price, it makes a lot of sense. So I do think you'll move up higher. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame and see if we can deduce where you are in this range real quick, from a high to a low. Right above the 382, yeah, it's pretty common to find turbulence here. So if you were to move higher, and I think you are over the coming hours by the end of the day, we'd look for prices to be reaching up toward like 23 to 23 and a half cents, somewhere in that area. If not by the end of today, maybe early tomorrow, and then you'll correct again. You'll probably have a little correction going back to the 0.5 or the 382 and then move up, something like that. If I'm wrong, I think I'd only be wrong in the sense that you're moving up faster than anticipated, and that's fine. I mean, definitely do expect. Don't try to play these little games where you're selling here and buying here and selling here and buying here, because Cookie might do that exact thing, and we'll see. Hold your hand as we're going through this over the days to come. But it's very possible we could just erupt, man. I mean, we've seen this kind of behavior before. Cookie can definitely take off in a very, very short amount of time. Looking at the 4 hour RSI here, bullish divergence to finish this off. It's looking like you're reaching for the overbought zone. I would expect that you find resistance in the golden ratio probably once you've interacted with the overbought zone here. Stochastics are getting overbought, tends to mark strength. The MACD is cooling off a little bit, and you're looking like you want to get this cross above the zero with these oscillators. So that would be a very positive thing to see, but that might not happen by the end of today. Going into tomorrow and the next day, going into the rest of this week, you should be getting this cross to the upside with these oscillators, and that should build more momentum on the MACD as well, breaking you out of this range as a whole. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Cookie was back around 30 cents or more by the end of the week. We're at 20.6 cents now, so that's some good growth right there. What about the daily time frame? Do we need anything else? If we're not at 30 cents by the end of the week, then I would at least expect, let's see, I would at least expect that we're 26 to 29 cents, yeah? Something in that area if we're not at 30 cents. We're at 20.6 cents now. Looking at the daily time frame, we do have bullish divergence on the MACD. We've got bullish divergence, and the oscillators here, the blue and the orange line, are looking like they want to come down and find support off the zero, which is actually a very powerful thing to do. Pairing that with bullish divergence is a good thing, so definitely getting set up, I think, to break out of this range, this consolidation phase here. Whoop, I thought I had the brush on still. This consolidation range here, I think we're getting ready for that. Once we bounce off these zero lines with our oscillators, once this momentum turns green, shifts green, we should be breaking out. I would expect that happens by the end of this week. And again, that would take us somewhere around maybe 26 cents to 30 cents by the end of the week. Looking at the stochastics, we're crossing up. If we can get today to close green and tomorrow to close green, we should probably get this orange line, the bottom line, the slower moving average, to the upside. I don't know if it's a moving average, but the slower oscillator to the upside in this band. Once they're both in the band after being oversold. That's a very bullish signal in itself. The RSI bouncing off the 40 is a good sign. Yes, you have lower lows. Yes, you have lower highs. But typically, whenever you're getting overbought at your moments of strength and then in your moments of weakness, you're bouncing off the 40. Typically, that's a rather powerful environment to be in, and that can definitely cascade the prices higher. I think that's exactly what will happen. Yeah. Inevitably, we're just finding support at prior resistance here. Inevitably, I do believe that we will not just get to 30 cents, 35 cents, but we will probably exceed these highs going into the end of the month. Look at that. That's perfect, man. Golden ratio to the 382. Perfect maneuver. Going up to the 786, 886, this is kind of what I anticipate by the end of the month, that we'd be somewhere around 50 to 60 cents. We're at 20.6 cents now, so that's a good amount of growth. If we're not there, we'd only be higher, right? If we're not stopping at 60, 63 cents, we'll probably go up to like 63 to 84 cents, somewhere in this zone. So we're either going to stop between these areas here or this area here. If I had to guess, regardless of what zone we stop at, we're probably going to be very close to this. So I think somewhere around 60 to 65 cents. We're at 20 cents now. A nice little 200% move over the next 2 weeks. That's what I'm anticipating for this thing. And again, we should probably be up around here, or maybe even just a little bit lower, right around here, by the end of this week. Going into the weeks to come, going into the end of this month and really the beginning of July and onward, we're going to be reaching for new all-time highs. Seeing prices at about $1.65 to $3.90. Personally, I don't see us going to $3.90. It could happen. I accept it as a possibility. We address it every time because I accept that as a possibility. Personally, I don't think that we'll stop at $1.65. It could happen. It's a possibility. We address it every time because it's a possibility. But where I think we're going to go is somewhere closer to this area here, probably just above there at about 250 to 260. We're at 20 cents now, so that's over a 10x move. That's nice to see. It's like a 13, 14x move, 15x move. And yeah, it's not too late to buy Cookie. If the question has come up, is it too late to buy Cookie? Is it a good time to buy, even though we're up 8% right now? Absolutely. I think it's a great time to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think it's a great time to buy. As this consolidation range has developed, we've lost volume. Typically, whenever you're losing volume, whenever volume's at some of the lowest readings that you've seen in a consolidation phase, that means that you're about to break out. I'm assuming we're not going to break out to the downside. We're going to break out to the upside, and we'll see continuation of this overall move that we've been in since April, the beginning of April there. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.